Hi, beautiful people. This is Annalisa Velez with Lisa Lesson. I am sitting here with Lottie.
Hello.
Tell them your real name.
My name is Oladimeji Akinwande.
Oladimeji Akinwande. And we're talking about money and how the fuck to make it, or new ways to think about money, specifically in our community. All right. So who are you talking to?
Okay, I was talking to my friend. I won't disclose who his name is for the sake of this video. But, so his thing was, it started with asking controversial, ethical questions about, how much, would you do a certain role for this amount of money? Or would you, kiss Donald Trump for, $1 million or, shit like that. And, he also wants to be an actor, but he wants to have a different approach to the way he enters the field of entertainment and acting. He kind of wants to start his own Hollywood in a sense. And
so kind of like a Taylor Perry.
Essentially, or
but not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. But even going back to what you just mentioned about, or what I just said about playing the game,
let me catch him up. So we were talking about how, in order to crack the business, whatever the fuck that means, you're gonna have to play the game in order to change the game. Because I know a lot of people from different backgrounds or whatever, and they're just like, yo, it's so hard to get into this industry, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to sell out, woo, woo. I don't want to show my tits. I don't want to have a sexy, whatever. Nobody's saying you have to do that, but in order to play the game, in order to get in the game, you need to play the game.
Right.
To change it. Okay, so go on.
So my argument was, yes, there are things that I definitely would not do in terms of roles and because for my integrity or whatever. But I told him that there are definitely sacrifices that I would make in order to be able to make the projects or do the things that I want to do, like taking a role in a big bullshit Hollywood film that would pay me $5 million so that I could make a Get Out, or so that I could do a Moonlight. You know what I'm saying? It really is about balance. His argument was he doesn't want to have to. He would rather not do that. He would rather build that foundation from the start so that he could fund those things and have full creative control and all this stuff of what he's doing. But
okay,
I kept trying to. What I was trying to emphasize is, I feel like he's undermining the power of collaboration.
Yeah.
And just what the things that he's going to have to sacrifice and things he's going to have to compromise on.
Absolutely. So do you mind if I ask a couple questions?
Yes.
So what's this person's background? What's his age?
I mean,
it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter. But at the same time, I'm
23-year-old Puerto Rican black kid from Upper West Side. Went to school Midtown. Went to Urban Arts with me as well. Graduated from Life Stories program. Worked a ton of jobs. Done some cool acting stuff with me. And is working right now, trying to make money and trying to start his own stuff. But my whole argument was just, you can approach it. It really is about approaching the perspective. Yeah, we have the same dreams, but you're trying to go about it a different way. I feel like the way I'm trying to go about it is a lot more feasible, and I'm going to be able to see it change a lot faster.
Do you think so? Because what he's saying is basically he wants to build his own empire, and that leaves a legacy for years and generations after, right?
Right.
Okay, so what do you want?
I can do that I can do that effectively while playing the game.
Okay. Okay, I hear that.
I can play the game and make it work for me in a way that process is kickstarted a lot faster and a lot easier than,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? We have to play the game. There's no money in our community.
Uh-huh.
I am going to have to put myself in a position where I can get money from the people who have the money in the first place to be able to even start something, to be able to open up a healthcare center for young black kids or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't have that foundation, then there's no point even having a conversation. Where are we going to get the money from? Where is it coming from? How are we going to acquire that money? You can say other stuff, but you got to play the game. You got to shake a couple hands. You got to smile sometimes.
Yes, you do.
So that we can take what we need and then be like, okay, now how are we going to capitalize off this? How exactly are we going to try to make this happen? But I feel like there's just a false sense of how the process actually works. and just the way we think about money. Like, money's such a far-fetched idea to us of having so much of it. You know, we paycheck to paycheck just trying to survive. We don't understand that is the only paradigm in which we understand things. Someone who makes a lot more money is living a completely different life and a completely different frequency, and they think about things differently, and it gives them so much more access to so many different things. Yeah, I don't know.
So we were also talking about like certain mentality when it comes to money, and different mentalities in different communities. And so what do you feel, kind of mindset do you think you need in order to, I don't know, make it to the top, or at least do whatever it is that you actually want to do, as opposed to making ends meet, or I scraped the top, whatever.
It needs to start with self-love.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the basic genesis of being able to do anything. At the end of the day, if you believe that you can't do something, then you are right. You cannot do that. And if you believe you can do something, then you're absolutely right. You can do that. It's a matter of making conscious decisions to say, this is the step I'm going to take in order to get where I need to be. Now, the way we think about money is very skewed because, one, we don't make a lot of money.
Right.
That's the first initial problem. Two, a lot of the times we tend to spend money that we don't even have.
Hello.
I don't own a credit card. I don't think I'm going to own a credit card for a very long time. Why? Because I don't feel the need to spend money that I don't have, because I'm already struggling as it is. So I try to live below my means, and the little bit of money I do have, save it and be as frugal with my living as possible, because I feel like there's no need for me to buy material shit to impress people that I don't really care about, who don't care about me. That's not going to get me anywhere. I need to take the little bit of money I have and start to put it into place and put it away so that I can use that money to work for me, so that it can over time grow exponentially, and so I can be able to say, okay, now I have this and now I can do something with it. But if I don't kickstart that process, if I don't pay myself first, and if I don't put that money away, then that process is never going to start. That's how we live in this cycle, and we complain and we talk and we go back to work, and it's the same thing. Next thing you know, 5 years go by, but if 5 years ago you made that conscious decision to say, okay, I make $100, I'm going to put $10 away every week. In 5 years, that $10 a week is going to turn into something else. So you can say, okay, this is how much I have. Now I can do something with this. Now I can make this money work for me the same way you work for the person you go to work for every single day.
Right.
And next thing you know, something happens. Things happen.
Absolutely, things do happen. But you gotta work. You gotta put in the work.
You have to work smartly. I could go to McDonald's and work
I agree.
12 hours a day, and that is working hard, but that's working really fucking foolishly, because one, it's not, the reward is not enough at the end of the day for me. I'm not making enough money, and I'm making someone else richer at the end of the day.
But see, I gotta stop you there, because there are some people that's where they have to work.
And that's fine. And I will never try to undermine anyone's work and what they have to do. People have different situations, different circumstances.
Everybody does have situations,
and that's fine. Yeah. Me personally, I know that that's not the way I want to invest my time, because I know it's just not worth it.
So what would you, like me personally, I feel when it comes to money, I feel like the younger generation, I think what I would like is for us to be taught how to work our money.
Financial literacy.
When we're young.
Yes.
I'm talking about like in middle school.
Yes. It is
and it not be like some play thing in math class. For one day they're like, oh, here's a chart. Learn how to budget.
But that's the thing. They won't.
And also in college.
Yes, they won't teach you that stuff, because why would they want people who realize the power that they have within themselves and realize how to handle money? Why would they teach the nation how to do that if they want to be rich, if they want to be wealthy, and they want to take billions from us? If we don't know any better, then they have no problem. Then life becomes easy, and it becomes easy to fool people. You don't really have to do much, because they don't even know. They don't know that there's a problem in the first place.
Right, but I think that's why we have to I think we got to hang around people like that.
Of course.
There's some things that can be taught.
Yeah.
And there's some things that, you kind of you pick up on the way.
Exactly.
And it could be a mix of both. But yeah, I think if we're going to be talking about money this way, I think we should talk to people who are making it. But then it's also that constant fight where it's like, well, yeah, that money was always in their community anyways, but maybe it's not, all right. OJ, sorry, Lottie, that's my friend.
Yes.
This is at least a lesson. You better tune in every Monday. I don't know what time I'm going to start this, but I just hope you enjoy. Lottie, thank you so much.
Pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. Blessings to you all.
Pleasure.